Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again. I was just considering all of the turmoil that's going on in our country, the United States of America today. It seems to be a very vicious activity that's taking place. We talk about evil and we talk about what is good, what is righteous. I was thinking 1963, there was a march on Washington with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And that whole march was about freedom. And I'm thinking about now in America, we have a young man who's talking about having a parade to celebrate his birthday. And he wants to use all of the elements that could be used to establish domination. Dr. King talking about love, the power seat in America under the crookdom of a fake president, utilizing military authorized by the silence of the United States to project to the world under whiteness. I have to say whiteness because that's what America is about, whiteness. And I'm saying it to America and to Americans and to white people. Let you know you're not hiding. We are ashamed of what you are doing. And we think that you should be ashamed. And until you are ashamed, you're never going to stop. But in spite of Trump's invasion of California with military forces, a crook who decries the law is going to inject the law on others is despicable. So, are you, the American people, going to facilitate this evil further by promoting his antics with a military parade for a coward who utilizes his stolen power to inflict pain on vulnerable citizens? Any military that Trump engages, you have an option, talking to the soldiers or whatever, to ignore. His orders are unconstitutional, plus they are immoral. But if you perpetuate this evil with, you will be held accountable and responsible for destroying this nation. That's what he is set out to do. A military parade is a symbol that America totally rejects God for evil, and everyone is responsible. Blacks, whites, the poor, the rich, the church. You are being asked if you're good, if you want to be good, if you want to be recognized as good. Do not go to this parade. Do not watch it on TV. Let this be evil's parade, a parade for haters, a parade for racists, a parade for bigots, a parade for thieves and liars and murderers. Everyone else, tune into the 1963 March on Washington with Dr. Martin Luther King, if you may. A time when promise is the prize. Let us, my friends, utilize this time to come together to command a different path, one that evil hasn't chosen. Let us commit to assure every American the prize of life, careers followed by the desires of their heart. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you something that you're not going to appreciate. I've said this to you once before, many times before, should I say, but it's the truth, and I must repeat it. Not for you to like it, just so I can be confident that you heard it. There's a power that's invisible, that is responsible for the earth and all those things that we as human beings had nothing to do with, those things that exist that we can identify either whether we can or not. They are by an invisible power. I call it God. I'm sure everybody else does as well. This God is responsible for our being as human beings on this earth. Every shade, every nappy head, every short, every tall, male and female. And we are here to serve that power. And in order to serve that power, it is done through we the people serving one another. And when we allow that power that is responsible for this earth, that is responsible for all that is done, allow that power to be generated in us and allow it to live in us, then we, the people serving one another, would be serving God. And the result of it is that we would actually live as though we're in heaven. That means our needs, our wants, and our desires are met. Our needs, you know what your needs are? Our wants, you know what your wants are. Our desires are met at our leisure. That basically means, ladies and gentlemen, that we want for nothing. Those things that have been identified, such as food and clothing, and shelter, and education, and health care, and transportation, and infrastructure, and any and everything that's made by the hands of man, we as human beings all over the globe that's participating in this new system become part owners in all that exists. So we are denied nothing and we don't need money because everything we have an ownership with it. What has happened, ladies and gentlemen, is this: that power that is invisible, that is responsible for this, has set it up in such a way that all of us come to this earth, black and white, no superior ones, and we all choose a career that we love. And that career that we love gives us our greatest joy. And with that greatest joy, we do what we do, receiving the maximum joy. That's our reward, the maximum joy. And the cream on the top of that is that everything that was made, we have, if we want it, when we want it, it's ours. And a system like that, ladies and gentlemen, establishes peace, prosperity, freedom, joy, and happiness, and it allows us to live our dreams. This is a path that God has set up. When I say God, I'm talking about that invisible power. The reason I say it's of God is because it causes no pain. It causes no suffering to anyone. The white people are satisfied because they're satisfied in their lives. Black people are satisfied. All the other people in between are satisfied. It is fulfillment in life. Why? We have made the choice to follow the path that was laid down by the Creator. And that produces our our satisfied life. Now, what do we miss for doing it this way? We don't have to lie, cheat, steal, be a hater, a racist, a bigot. We don't have to engage ourselves in war and terror. We don't have to do any of those things because we are on the right path. And when you're not on the right path, they're not the only other path or the other path. Any and every one of them will not lead you to where God has designed you to be. Only God designed that. And only we, the people who are looking for that, can get to where God has designed for us to go, following that path. Any other path is just a waste of time. So I say that because with Trump, they're trying to destroy this country. But it's not just trying to destroy this country. It is an indication of what is happening around the world. That is, evil is trying to take over the whole dead blasted world. And those that's riding on the top are the ones that want to say they're replacing God. And all of us under are either going along supporting that or we are just victims and going along with it. My challenge to you is to listen. Because if you are following the path, man, I want to make this thing short, but every time I start talking to you, it looks like I got to tell you something else because you missed it. Truth of the matter is, you as an individual got to grow up. You as people have to grow up. We must change our system, our way of doing things, if we are to survive. I'm going to leave it there. I know I'll be back a little bit later on, but until next time,